Good morning, guys. It's Kevin here from Tranquility Escapes, and today I'm wearing a sweatshirt because that means fall's finally here. But unfortunately, that also means the end of the season's also coming to an end. Thankfully, we have another awesome project to be a part of, so let me give you guys the rundown of what we're doing here in Huntington, Long Island. So right over here, you can see basically we got our dingo set up, our rock just got delivered, and we have our plywood highway running to most of the backyard. We might spread these things up a little bit just so we can give a little more run. Walking all the way down here, you can see Rob's already starting to tear out some of the plants. So right over here is what we're doing today. This is a 14-foot long waterfall, about 3.5 feet of elevation. Previous homeowner had some issues with leaking, so we were here a few months ago trying to figure it out. And you can see all the way down here. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it looks like there's like tar on the liner. The homeowner tried patching it. Apparently what happened is right behind his property is actually a field, and some field rats got in, chewed through the liner, and then we have a leak basically. So what we're here to do today is rip out this whole thing. Instead of using ADS road pipe and some cobble, we're actually going to be using the aquascape system, which is the Aqua Blocks pondless vault, and that's going to be a reservoir. All around this is going to be concrete cloth as well as the waterfall, just so we have some insurance on this water feature that no rats ever get in here again. Right now the goal for today is to get all this cobble out, get all this rock sorted. Whatever we're going to use is going to be put to the side. We have some new rock, as you saw out front, to do the new waterfall. But right now this waterfall has 3 drops. We got that one drop up there. The spillway is visible, and then because this waterfall is on a slope with this large cobble, don't really have any pooling areas or stream. You just have water ripping through cobble. And then he only had 4,000 gallons an hour running across a 5-foot wide spillway. So right now we're going to be adding another 5,000 to 9,000 pump. So we're running 14,000 gallons of water over this thing, and we're going to be shrinking down these spillways to get a lot more water volume. The goal with every single waterfall that we build is to make it visible from every point of view. So they have this awning over here on this back patio. We got the kitchen over here and living room over there. But we want to make sure that waterfall is viewable from the whole house, as well as from this pool over here, just in case anyone's hanging out with the kids or anything. We're just enjoying the pool. That waterfall is going to be visible from this area over here. That's enough talking for now. I'm going to help Rob start unloading some cobble. Now I'm at the bottom of the reservoir. Because this old excavation was super deep, as you can see right there, we have probably about 6 to 8 inches of 3/4 clean stone down here. And the reason why we're using 3/4 clean stone is because we want something structural, because we have a double stack of aqua blocks going in here. This reservoir is about 3 to 4 feet deep. The last thing we want is putting some large boulders to frame out this waterfall and have this basin settle in the future. So instead of using any fill dirt, we basically, from where it was previously excavated, use 3/4 clean stone. Then we'll put a piece of geotextile. Then I'll take some of the sand up here and probably do an inch of sand, just to be safe that the liner's actually not touching any of this clean stone. But at the same time, it gives us that structural base that we know this is never going to settle. And the reason why we put that geotextile on top of this is because that sand would migrate between all this, because this is clean stone. So to keep this clean, we'll put a piece of geotextile. That will be a substrate separator, and that will basically gap any voids that we have here. And then we'll put another piece of geotextile on that sand layer, and then we'll put our liner, our aqua blocks, and everything like that. Good morning, guys. It is day 2 on this project here in Huntington, Long Island. And yesterday we got the whole reservoir in, got this whole pondless waterfall demoed, but we have a lot of cleanup to do before we could get started today. And unfortunately we ran into some drainage work issues. This little white triple wall solid pipe next to pop up like right over there. Unfortunately, yesterday while we were doing the basin, to get all of our aqua blocks to fit, as you know, we increased the size of this. We have 17 large aqua blocks in here with the pump vault. We have just under 600 gallons in this thing. But to get this basin to work, we had to reroute this line. And Rob spent about 2 hours going to 4 or 5 different stores just to find it because no one had it in stock. Today, we got more super sacks over here to put some more cobble in because we want to clean up this area before we start working. We'd rather work with a clean job site than work around all this stuff. First, we're going to wrap this whole basin actually in concrete cloth because it had previous issues with field rats in the past eating the old reservoir. So we're going to wrap this whole thing in concrete cloth, and then we're going to put a 3/4 clean stone so it really compacts it in, and that way nothing really gets in from the outside. But over here we have 2 super sacks full of cobble. We have this stack of cobble, and then we have another super sack getting filled up with cobble. The people who built this waterfall last really like using cobble, but unfortunately that means we have to haul this all out. So right now we're going to get working on removing all this cobble and then get this backfilled so we can actually do the fun part, which is building waterfalls. This stuff is soupy. Last night we filled our basin up probably a little more than halfway and came back today and it is completely topped off.